Welcome. Go ahead and find the comfortable seated position. Close the eyes. Start to check in with the breath. Check in with the body. Check in with the thoughts. Letting your breath come easy and calm. Letting your shoulders relax. Feeling the spine lengthening without engaging too much through the musculature. Seeing if you can feel that stack of one vertebra on top of the other. Whatever thoughts and worries are going on through the mind, just see if you can start to let them go on the exhales. I was thinking this morning about self-care and how we spend a lot of time taking care of things in our lives, taking care of other people, being there for other people, empathizing, doing all this different work for things outside of ourselves, even when they do have the repercussions of making our lives better, like paying our bills and having a roof over our head. These things are good. But there's still a lot of focus on the external, the things that I need to take care of outside of myself. And so we end up saying yes to a lot of things. Yes, I will pay that bill. Yes, I will take care of that. Yes, I will do that. Yes, I will do that. And a lot of times self-care comes from saying thank you, but no. And that ability to see all of these external things and all of the things that we need to get done, and then going, actually no, I need to take time for myself. And so I would encourage you today to say no. If I suggest we go into some crazy posture and your body is comfortable where it is, finding the breath, finding length and opening and strength, then say no to the suggestion. Listen to that internal voice, that internal breath. We so often feel like saying no is this selfish and negative thing. But oftentimes, if we just continually say yes to all of these external things, and we don't say yes to that little internal voice, then we will find ourselves overwhelmed, overstretched, overworked. So today, find a little self-care. And to these thoughts that are coming in and these worries and responsibilities, say, no, thank you. Not right now. Give me just this little bit of time for that internal voice, that internal space. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. Slow exhale out the nose. Deep inhale in, reach the crown of the head a little higher. Exhale, keep that length. Relax the shoulders, knees, and hips. Place your hand on your diaphragm, that space right below your ribs. And then inhale into that hand. And then exhale, push it out. You can even use that hand to push out a little extra air. Inhale, push into that hand. And exhale it out. Let the hand begin to relax. But keep that same strength in this diaphragm, the belly, as you find those deep inhales and long exhales. Take a deep inhale in. Long exhale out. Take an inhale in for 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. 3, 2, 1. Inhale in. 3, 2, 1. Hold softly. 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. 3, 2, 1. One more time. Deep inhale in. Hold the breath at the top. Exhale slowly and hold empty. Inhale the arms out and up. Bring the palms together, exhale them down in between the eyes. May your practice cultivate enlightened thoughts. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the mouth. May your practice cultivate enlightened speech. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the heart. May all of your practices cultivate an enlightened heart. Reach down, grab your shins. You can change the crossing of your legs if you would like, just to even out the body. And start to activate the hands. Really feel your elbows reaching down toward the earth, your shoulders getting far away from your ears. And then let the right ear come down toward the right shoulder. Really trying to feel that left elbow pulling down toward the earth on the opposite side. Keeping that right ear toward the right shoulder, start to turn the gaze up, opening up through the front of the neck, down through the front of the shoulder, keeping the fingertips active on the shins, like you're trying to place your forearms through your thighs and down onto the earth. Keeping that right ear near the right shoulder, turn the gaze down toward the earth, opening up through the back of the neck, down through the back of that shoulder. Same deep breaths, keep reaching the elbows down. And then let your chin come down to your chest. Still feel long through the spine, still reaching the shoulders down. Let the left ear come over toward the left shoulder. Really reach that right elbow down. Feel long through the right side of the neck, through the right shoulder. Same deep breaths, still lengthening through the spine. Keeping that ear toward the shoulder, start to turn the gaze up. Just being nice and gentle. Taking a little extra time, a little extra care. Same deep breaths. Keeping that ear toward the shoulder, turn the gaze down. Keep that right elbow reaching down, reaching long. Stay long through the side of the neck. Same deep breaths. And chin to chest. Take an inhale in. Spill the belly out. Shine the heart up. Roll the shoulders back. And exhale, center of the back, far back behind you. Hold on to those shins, starting to move our way down the spine. Inhale, coming all the way forward. And exhale all the way back. Waking up the spine, waking up the breath. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, pick a direction and start to roll the whole body. Full inhale forward and full exhale back. Really feeling that space in between your shoulder blades starting to wake up, to warm up. Full breaths. And as you're ready, taking it in the opposite direction. Taking a little extra time, a little deeper breath, just for you, just for your body, just for this space. If you find a really juicy spot, a spot that just feels especially nice, and you want to take an extra breath there, and then move with the body again as you're ready. There's no wrong way to do this. It's just exploring, waking up the spine, waking up the breath, the nervous system, what happens when the circles are tiny, what happens when they're huge, maybe changing directions, letting the head be involved, just rolling the head and neck, just breathing, exploring, taking a little extra time for you, for your breath, for that self-care. As you're ready, start to let the movement settle. Sit up nice and tall. Sit as still as you can. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. Hold the breath at the top. Sip in a little more air in through the mouth. Open the mouth, let it out. Place the hands out in front of you. Gently roll up over the knees and hips. Place the hands down, shoulder distance. Knees slightly behind your hips, hip distance apart. Press down with the tops of the feet, spread the toes. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. And exhale, reverse it out. Take a few cat and cows with your breath, really pressing down through the tips of the fingers, pressing down through the toes. Feel that lumbar spine, lowest part of our spine, waking up, getting involved in the movements. Our core, waking up. Same deep breaths. And allow the spine to come back to neutral. Take the left toes back behind you. And first, just get into that calf a little bit, just pushing back on that heel, feeling that heel open up through the calf, ground down to the fingertips. And then turn the right toes out. Place the left heel down and reach the right fingers up. Same deep breaths. Just starting to open up through the side body, pressing down with that whole palm, grounding down. Reach that top arm up and over. Plug that shoulder in. And then maybe turn the gaze right up past that tricep. And then maybe lifting those back toes just an inch up off the earth. Engaging the obliques. Engaging through that whole side body, lengthening. Feeling that length from fingertips to toes. Take one more inhale in. And exhale, coming back through center. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. And exhale, reverse. Inhale in. And exhale it out. Turn the left fingers in. Inhale the right fingers up. And exhale and reach them all the way through. Notice if the hips sink to one side or the other, really lengthen through the crown of the head. Try and get that right ear away from the right shoulder. Keep pressing down with that left hand, or maybe reaching that left hand behind the back for the inside of the right thigh. I will admit that a lot of this class will probably be a lot of my self-care because I am exceedingly sore from a whole lot of rehearsals. So I hope you can find some nice opening and self-care for yourself as we move through, just being kind to all of our muscles, being kind to our nervous system, being patient as it opens and releases and lets go. And slowly unwind, coming back through center. And then take that right heel back, really pressing back into that calf, opening up that calf muscle, press down to the tips of the fingers. And then turn the left toes out. Place that heel down, reach the fingers up. Top arm up and over that ear, gaze underneath the tricep. Same thing you got on the other side, same deep breaths. Lift those back toes, lengthen through the side of the body. Long inhales, long exhales. And slowly coming back through center. And inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. And exhale, reverse. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. This time as you exhale, head all the way back to child's pose. Inhale, coming all the way forward for cow. And exhale all the way back. Inhale, coming forward. And exhale back. Inhale forward one more time. This time as you exhale, turn the right fingers in. Inhale the left fingers up. Exhale, reach them through. Really feeling long through the spine. Get that left shoulder down away from the left ear. Same deep breaths. Maybe reaching that right arm up and back for the inside of that left thigh. Opening that right shoulder. Try and keep the hips so they're not swaying to one side or the other. Feel the length through the spine as well as the twist. And same deep breaths. And slowly unwind, coming back through center. Tuck the toes. Inhale in and plank. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lift the hips, downward dog. Press down through the tips of the fingers. Inhale forward to plank, ground down to the pinky and ring finger. Exhale back, downward dog. Lengthen through the other three fingers. Inhale forward to plank. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale to the balls of the feet, turn the gaze forward, walk to the front of the mat. And exhale, down, forward fold. Feet hip distance apart, second toe lined up with the ankle, knee, and hip on each side. Put a little bend in the knees, shake the head, yes and no, let it be heavy. Clasp opposite elbows if you would like. Really feel the weight of the torso, that space in between each vertebra. And same deep breaths. And bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, coming halfway up. Start to straighten the legs. And exhale, release a little deeper. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, release. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release. Put that little bend in the knees. Inhale, rolling all the way up. Hands to heart center. Close the eyes. Exhale it out. Few deep breaths. Grounding down through the feet, lengthening through the crown of the head. Relaxing the shoulders, feeling the shoulders expanding out to the sides as you push your palms together. And then inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale to heart center. Inhale out. Exhale, heart center. Inhale out. This time as you exhale, lead with the heart all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back to plank. Take an inhale in. Exhale, chaturanga. Place yourself all the way down, untuck the toes, engage the low back. Inhale up, cobra. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming up to the balls of the feet, turn the gaze forward, walk to the front of the mat. Exhale down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and release. Bend into the knees, inhale, rolling all the way up. Reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Lengthen, exhale, lead with the heart. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, place the hands, step back with the opposite foot. If you can remember which one, take an inhale in and plank. Exhale down, all the way slowly to the earth, shoulders out, elbows in. Inhale, untuck the toes, engage the low back, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale up to the balls of the feet, turn the gaze forward, walk to the front of the mat. And exhale down. Inhale halfway up. And exhale, release. Bend into the knees, inhale, rolling all the way up. Reach the arms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, bend deeply into the knees, reach the fingers up, Utkatasana. Chair pose, transfer the weight a little more toward the heels. Plug the shoulders in, reach the fingertips long, same deep breaths. See if you can get your chest a little higher, bend a little deeper, transfer a little more weight toward the heels. And then hands to heart center. Bend a little deeper. Right elbow, left thigh. Come into a nice little twist. Notice if the knees collapse in toward each other. Try to engage the outsides of the hips. Keep the knees apart at hip distance. Same deep breaths. Very nice. Inhale up, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center, left elbow, right thigh. Long inhales, long exhales. Inhale, coming up, chair pose. Exhale, lead with the heart, head all the way down. Heel toe your feet out to the edges of your mat. And release down. Let the head be heavy. Put a little bend in the knees. Gently sway from side to side. Maybe clasping opposite elbows. Nice deep breath. And then bend nice and deep into the knees. So you can really let the torso go. And then interlace the hands behind the low back. Start to straighten the arms. Send the pinkies out and over, and as you do, start to straighten the legs as much as you would like. Just getting a nice shoulder stretch. Still letting the head be heavy. Letting the breath come deep and long. Notice if you're gripping your toes. See if you can spread the toes and place them back down. And then release the hands down. Step all the way back to plank. Take an inhale in. Exhale all the way down to the earth. Take the left arm out to the left side, lined up with that left shoulder. Press down with that whole left palm. See if you can put a little bend in that left elbow. Keep that left shoulder active. Right hand under the right shoulder, bend the right knee. Send the right heel up and over. Same deep breaths, keep pushing down with that whole palm. Start to feel that one side of the palm, most likely with under that index finger, keeps trying to get lighter. See if you can keep pushing it down. Keep a little bend in that left elbow so you're not hyperextending the elbow. And same deep breaths, opening up through that shoulder. And slowly coming back through center. Reach the right arm out to the right side. Left hand under the left shoulder. Press down with that whole right palm. Bend the left knee. Send that left heel up and over. Really taking the time with that shoulder. Taking the time for that self-care, that self-awareness, that internal breath, all those sensations. Being nice to our body. Really allowing ourselves this time to spoil ourselves. You dedicated this time to yourself, so just let yourself be with your breath. And gently coming back through center. Interlace the hands behind the back, start to lift the chest, big toes together. Maybe just staying here, working on getting those heels up, chest up, maybe lifting the wrists up off the sit bones. See if you can lengthen through the low back while it stays engaged. If there's any pinching in the back of the neck, turn the gaze down. Lengthen through the spine. Same deep breaths. Very nice. And gently release. Bring the hands under your shoulders. And push yourself all the way back for child's pose. Knees nice and wide. Big toes together. Really release that low back. Fingertips long. Same long deep breaths. Notice any thoughts or worries that are coming up and see if you can just watch them pass you by as you breathe. Letting your body sink and melt. Giving yourself this time to relax, to let go. The challenging stuff will come. No need to worry about it right now. Just let yourself breathe. And slowly find your way up to tabletop. Line the knees, ankles, hips. Start to engage your core. And start to press down through the tips of the fingers, and then on an inhale, lift the heels of your palms. And then exhale, slowly place them down. Be sure they're both moving at the same pace. Inhale coming up. You're not putting all the weight into one side and then the other. Exhale, let them go. Otherwise, we're just transferring weight. So, inhale up at the same time. Exhale, release. You can move the knees a little closer if you'd like a little less weight, a little farther away if you'd like a little more weight. Inhale and exhale. Just working on some wrist strength. Very nice. And then gently start to walk back. Make a little pillow with the mat. Place the knees down. And we're going to tuck the toes first, so be sure all the toes are involved, especially that little pinky toe. And just start to open up through the toes, through the backs of the feet. The farther your knees are away from your toes, the more you'll feel this through the toes and the bottoms of the feet. And same wrist. Go ahead and take right hand out, pull the right fingers back. Then use the sensation of pulling to plug your shoulders back into their sockets. Lengthen the spine long. Deep breaths. And grab those other fingers. And again, feel the shoulders plug back in. Spine long. And gently release. Untuck the toes. Be sure that your hips, knees, ankles, the heels especially, are all still in line, so you don't want your big toes to be coming together and the heels out to the side. But really be sure that the heels are right in the middle of your glute med. Press down with each and every one of your toes. And then start to really push with the toes, lean back, engage the core, start to take some of the weight out of the knees. So we're really working through the front of the ankle, and then all along that shin bone, you'll feel that muscle really start to activate. Using your core, start to feel that a little bit down through your hip flexors. And gently release. Take the hands forward. And go ahead and tuck the toes. Come standing on your knees. Should feel a nice little release back through the ankles. Hands to the low back. And just start to send the hips forward. Keep the core engaged and lifted. So that way you're not just collapsing into the low back, but feeling the low back long. Maybe letting the head fall back. Feeling that length. Same deep breaths. Core engaged. Crown of the head long. Like you're trying to send the hips forward, out over the knees, reaching the heart up and over. Core engaged. Long inhales and long exhales. And gently begin to release. Take that little pillow out of the mat. Place the palms out. Tuck the toes and find your way to downward facing dog. Sinking the heart toward your toes, pressing down through the tips of the fingers. Inhale that right heel up. Exhale, bring that right foot all the way forward and through. Place it down near the right hand so that that second toe is lined up with the ankle, knee, and hip on each side. Very nice. And then make a little pillow with the left side of the mat. Place the left knee down, untuck the toes, and come up to the fingertips. Take an inhale in. And then exhale, start to gently roll back, flex those right toes, crown of the head long. Very nice. Inhale, coming all the way forward. Exhale, rolling back. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, rolling back. Inhale forward one more time. This time keep the left fingertips down. Inhale the right fingers up. Very nice. Notice as that right knee tries to pull out to the right side and try to pull it back. Very nice. Spread the fingers on the left hand. Same deep breaths. Take one more inhale in. And exhale, place that hand down. Bring both hands to the inside of the right foot. First, walking that right foot just a little farther forward. Sinking the hips. Pulling with the fingertips. Maybe one forearm at a time. And find your way down. Release out through that right leg. Let the head, neck, and shoulders be heavy. Breath be long. And slowly coming up to the hands. Tuck the toes behind you. Let the mat unroll. And then start to pull that right foot back, left hip forward. Find a little stability in that lunge. And then inhale up, crescent pose. Just a few deep breaths, trying to pull that left hip forward, reach that left heel back. Long inhales and long exhales. Very nice. Start to straighten the front leg, place the back heel down. You can bring that back heel in a step or two. Keep the torso reaching long, left hip still coming forward, and then start to reach the fingertips out, and then down toward the shin, earth, just opening up through that hip. Very nice. Feel long through the crown of the head. The left toes can be at an angle toward the front of the mat. And then start to walk both hands to the left side. Turn the right toes in. Parallel them with the left. Release down in a nice wide-legged forward fold. Really letting the torso and head be heavy. And walk the hands over toward the left feet. And then over toward the right, just opening up through the hips. And then coming back to center. Bring the hands to your hips. And inhale, coming up. Turn the heels in. Let the toes point out. Bend down into the knees. Make sure the knees are over the toes, and if they're not, bring the toes in line with your knee instead of trying to line your knees out with your toes. Get the chest high. Interlace the hands behind the neck. Try to not put any weight in the hands, just letting them be tall. A few deep breaths. And bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, straighten the legs. Parallel the feet. And then turn the left toes out. Come up to the ball of the right foot, bend into that left knee, and come all the way down for a lunge on the other side. Right hip pulling forward, left hip pulling back. Same deep breaths. You make a pillow with the right side of the mat. Place the right knee down, untuck the toes. And then inhale, shine the heart up, sink the hips forward. Exhale, rolling back, flex the left toes, crown of the head long. Inhale, rolling forward, getting into the hips, noticing if there's any little spots where the body tries to avoid. Exhale, rolling back. See if you can try to keep your hips in line with the short side of your mat. Inhale, heading forward. Exhale, heading back. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Inhale forward one more time. This time keep the right fingers down, reach the left fingers up. Notice as that left knee tries to pull out to the left side and pull it back in. Very nice. Same deep breaths. Really pressing down with that whole right palm, trying to open that left shoulder. One more inhale in. Exhale, unwind both hands to the inside of that left foot. Walk the left foot a little farther forward. And maybe down one forearm at a time. Notice where your thoughts are. Notice where your breath is. And slowly find your way up. Unroll the mat, tuck those back toes. Bring that left foot back to find that lunge. When you feel stable here, pulling the left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale up, crescent pose. Same deep breaths. Feeling that opening through the hips, find that balance. And then start to straighten that front leg, place that back heel down. Walk those back toes in just a few inches so you can turn the toes toward the front of the mat. And then long through the spine, start to reach out, pulling that left hip back. Fingertips toward the shin or the earth. Let your breath be long. Really let that hip open down through the hamstrings. And then walk the hands to the right in between the legs. Parallel the feet. Release down. Interlace the hands behind the back. Pinkies down toward the earth. Find a nice release. And then inhale, coming up to standing. Bring the heels in, toes out, bend down into the knees. Interlace the hands behind the head. Take an inhale in. Exhale, right elbow toward the right thigh. Inhale to center. Exhale, left elbow, left thigh. Inhale to center. Exhale, right elbow down. This time reach the right fingers down, left fingers up. Notice that that left knee tries to collapse in, so you can keep it open. Bend a little deeper. Keep the arms as they are. Inhale to center. Exhale, left hand down, right fingers up. Same deep breaths. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, bend a little deeper. Inhale the right heel up. And exhale, place it down. Inhale the left heel up. Exhale, place it down. Inhale both heels up. Same deep breaths. Keep the core engaged. Long inhales, long exhales. One more inhale in. Exhale, place the heels down. Straighten the legs. Parallel the feet. Release down. Forward fold. And then walk the hands out to that right foot. Turn the right toes out, come up to the ball of the left. Send the right foot back to meet the left. Take an inhale in. Exhale down, chaturanga, shoulders out, elbows in. Inhale through and up, your back bend of choice. Cobra, straighten the arms, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. And exhale back for child's pose. Knees nice and wide, big toes together. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold the breath. Open the mouth, let it out. Deep breath in through the nose. Hold the breath at the top. Open the mouth, let it out. A few easy breaths. And find your way up. Downward facing dog. And bring the right foot up in between your hands. Place the back knee down and tuck the toes. Walk the right foot over toward the left side of the mat. Flex those toes. If this is too much on the hips, you can bring that left knee up to the sole of the right foot. And then let the spine be long. Start to walk the hands out, gently coming down. And find a nice opening in that right hip. Make little fists with your hands if you would like, or make a little pillow and turn a cheek down. And just let yourself release. Let gravity do the work. Let that hip open. We carry so much in our hips. Largest joint in the body. So many memories and stresses and injuries. See if you can just let them go as you breathe a little deeper. Taking this bit of time for self. Slowly coming up to your hands. Send that left foot back. Tuck the toes. Send the right foot back and up. Release the hip. Place the right foot down. And then bring the left foot forward. Place the back knee down. Walk that left foot over. Find your way down. Whenever you had on the other side, maybe this side is a little different. Start to walk out. Maybe making that fist. Maybe that pillow. And let your body be heavy. Let your breath come long. Ask that hip to release. Ask any stresses or worries to let go. Just give yourself a little time. Slowly come up to your hands. Send that right foot all the way back. Left foot slowly. Release that hip. Place it down next to the right. Come into one final downward dog. And then find your way forward to plank and down to your back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall out to the side. Right hand to your heart, left hand to your diaphragm. Really breathe into that left hand like we did at the beginning of our journey. Really let your heart rate decrease under that right hand. Taking those same long inhales and long exhales. And then bring that right knee up into your chest. Straighten that left leg out onto the earth. Pull the right knee over the body with the left hand. Nice, deep, low back twist. Feeling those last few vertebrae releasing and opening up. Those last few thoughts or worries letting go, sinking down into the earth. Just letting yourself release and relax. Slowly coming back through center. Straighten the right leg out, pull the left knee in. And then pull it over the body with the right hand. Still letting yourself find those deep breaths. Giving yourself this little time for self to release any of the responsibilities or stresses. Just letting yourself be in this time, right here, right now, with your breath. Slowly coming back through center. Extending both legs out. Tuck one shoulder blade and then the other. Crown of the head long. Relax the jaw and tongue. Relax any face muscle. Relax your forehead, your neck, your shoulders, your back, your chest, your biceps and triceps, your forearms, relax. Your hands and fingers, relax. Your core, the abdomen, relax. Your low back, relax. Your hips, your thighs, your hamstrings, relax. Your calves and shins, the tops of your feet, the bottoms of your feet, and each toe relaxed. And feel that light tingling system, tingling through the nervous system. Breathe into that slight warmth, letting it find space, find a home. Let yourself just breathe, feeling heavy, sinking and melting into the earth. Allow yourself this time to heal, this time for self. Allowing yourself just to be. Slowly find your way back. Invite your breath back in. Listening to that breath, decide if you would like to stay right here, melting down into the mat, or start to activate however feels natural. Slowly. Again, deciding to stay here or listening to your body. And slowly find your way to that same seated position. Keeping the eyes softly shut. Either way. Notice if the nervous system is sitting a little easier. If the breath is a little calmer. If the thoughts are just a little further apart. There feels like just a little more time for self-care. Inhale the arms out and up, bring the palms together. Exhale them down in between the eyes. May your life be filled with enlightened thoughts. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the mouth. May you always have the patience for enlightened speech. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the heart. May your heart have the healing it requires to live an enlightened life. Namaste. Take your time, there is no rush. I just want to thank you all so much for allowing me to guide you. As most of you know, these are all donation-based classes. If you make it here in person, there's a donation station on your way out, and for those of you at home, there's a donation button on your screen. We ask that you honor the suggested $15 donation if you're able, or leave whatever you can, so we can continue to bring this service to our community and to the world. It's always such an honor to guide, to be given that trust. Thank you so much. I hope that you will take this wonderful work that you've done with you into your day, your week, your month, your life. And it is a brilliant one. Thank you.